stood up and took a leadership role.
Oh, yeah.
To help.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he was one.
Yeah. And see, that's the whole thing about it. And see, my house was shot into in the 60s because we were leading the struggle through the NAACP. And I mean, it came out and shot the whole front side of my house out. Called the sheriff department. Took them 2 hours to get there. When they got there, they said, "Are you sure your house was shot into?" Don't you see these pellets all in the floor? Oh, no. But basically, these are the type things that happen, I know I'm blessed to been long as I have and the things that I've gone through. I've always stood up, for what was fair and right for black, not only black, for white. If you were right, I'm going to speak up for you. But if you're wrong, I'm going to look you dead in the face and tell you that you're wrong. And the people respect me for that. I worked at Light Gas Water for 41 years. And I was blessed to be promoted up through the ranks to be a general supervisor of Southeast District of Memphis, Shelby County, over electric distribution. But it wasn't easy. You had to go back to school. You had to, be overqualified. Yeah. You know what I mean? But so far, if you stand for what's right, and people know that you're standing for what's fair and for right, yeah, it's going to be some people who object to it, but they're going to appreciate it in the long run. When I ran for alderman, what they did, article would come out in the Collierville Herald, Tom Brown, big right, president of NAACP. You see what I'm saying?
That was to throw you out, didn't
it? Yeah. What happened? And so he called me and said, "Tom," I said, "they're not lying. I'm the president of the NAACP. I want to go back there." And you wouldn't believe how many white people called me and told me, said, "Man, why don't you get them to stop running that article about the NAACP so they don't have to stop?" I said, "It's facts." Right. But what happened was, and then after the NAACP, in 1980, well, we formed the Civic Club. In the Civic Club, well, after I resigned from president, a guy named Mr. William, he took over, but he wasn't as active, he would,
aggressive.
he wouldn't, and so it kind of ceased. So we organized Collierville Civic Club so we could get more dead through the Civic Club. And what happened, when they got ready to bring the NAACP back, I lived over off of Pearson Lake, and the commercial people interviewed me. He said, "Tom, do you think it's necessary to have the NAACP? Like you've met all the goals and things?" I said, "It's always important to have a national organization." Right. And I said, "You can only go so far with a local organization." I said, "But you need a national." Oh, he interviewed, and I had a lot of plaques all on the wall. He took pictures and all that kind of stuff. So when he got ready to leave, in my driveway, I was blessed. I got a pretty good sized house, and had this car, this Lexus in the driveway. So he takes the picture of the house, with the Lexus and all that kind of stuff, printed it up. And what happened was, this white guy called me. He said, "You Tom Brown?" I said, "Yes." "I don't see what you need with a NAACP. Look like you're doing all right. You got that big house and that big car." I said, "Man, you need to be a member. Maybe you can get you one of these big houses."
Yeah, it's the one he still lives.
He hung up. But you have a lot of fun, being out there and seeing how ignorant people are, and how jealous they are. And getting back to like Lynn was saying about the school, the books. See, when we were going to school, we had hand-me-down books. The books would come from the white school. Pages, you'd be reading the book, 3 pages out. And but we were blessed to have some dedicated teachers. What they would do, if they find one, where the pages, they would go ahead and run copies and staple them back in there where it's supposed to be. Where you make sure that you wouldn't miss anything. But it's been a struggle, but it's been good. Matter of fact, I worked out at St. George.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in '58, I got my leg broken, like playing semi-pro baseball, and So they fired me like gas and water. At that time, they were white. They just put them on leave. But if you're black, they get you for abandonment of job. So they fired me like gas and water. So I worked down there at St. George part-time, and after Dr. McCune was the headmaster. Anyway, I worked down there for about 2.5 part-time, 2.5, 3 years. I think they just had a little nursery then, and cleaning up and doing. I work in the afternoon down in St. George. But what happened after about 1.5 years, they, like gas and water, had a job opening. Where you could pick up the dignitary from the airport and all that kind of stuff. I applied for it. So what they said, well, and I went in, interviewed, said, okay, Tom, said, you got the job. Said, can you come in Monday? That was like on Wednesday. And evidently talked to my supervisor, was real prejudiced. And he told them, because I already had confronted them about a foreman's job, because I had gone back to school and went to supervisor training and all that kind of stuff. And he told them, said, every day he told me, that's smart niggas, we don't need it. So he called me that Friday, said, somebody else got the job. I said, oh my God. So what happened, after about a month and a half later, one of the white foremen I used to work for, he was relieving the supervisor, and my brother working out of there, he told Bubba, said, what Tom doing? See, he just working part-time, different little jobs around and everything. And I was selling shoes for Philly Haley on weekends. And he said, tell him to come in here Monday morning. So I came in that Monday, and he carried me down to personnel and reinstated me. And then when the other supervisor came back about 2 weeks later, he saw me. What are you doing? I said, oh man, I've been here for almost a month. But I'll tell you what.
So it took somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else. But I tell all these young people, do your job and do it well.
Do it well.
And one thing about they say, because one thing about it, when all these roadblocks come up, it's some good people looking at you, what you did, and how you handled the different situations, and consequently it'll pay off. But see, this guy Lathan, he told him, but he told me to come in. He carried me down. They reinstated me, and I went on and paid my retirement back and everything, and got my seniority and all that kind of stuff. But that supervisor did not let him relieve no more. This white guy, he said, you brought that nigga back here, and we don't want him, and he wouldn't let him relieve as supervisor no more all while he was there. So, but he
wouldn't let him be a supervisor.
He wouldn't let him relieve. Just like when you're off, you get somebody to relieve you.
Oh, okay.
If you're a senior person and you qualified, then you relieve the boss.
Right.
Okay. But he wouldn't let him relieve no more, because he did something that he really he didn't want no part of.
Wow.
But yeah, so it's something.
Going back to the street names, we have a list because we've done a lot of work to gone through the census to find out all the black people in the community throughout, where everybody lives and things. So we just want to see if y'all maybe recognize any of the names
of
here.
the people.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure we will. You got two of the same sheets.
Let's see.
It's our different sheets.
Okay, well let me look at one.
Here's one that says Moore Street. This is Washington Street here.
Well, my birth certificate, Washington.
So
Washington Street.
here are the names here.
In Washington. Well, there wasn't, who could have been on Washington Street?
Me.
Yeah, y'all in that little house there.
The red house they
Right. Okay, but
which was Thompson and Shane.
Right.
Thompson, which is named Mabel. Willie Mae, Newsom.
Yeah.
I don't know what Miss Reed's last name was. What was Miss Reed's last name?
She was a jet.
She was.
Yeah, she was a jet.
I didn't never know her last. Clarence Reese them lived on there.
Well, you would know more about who lived on that street.
Snow.
Snow, yeah. Living in a little house there.
Yeah, in a little rural house that was right there, Gherkin store and all that was on one. That was the only black. See, when you get past Mount Pleasant, they were white folks.
Right.
It was the blacks lived in the town, right? In the middle of town.
So
that's right.
Were y'all connected? Because there were a few white people who did live in the community. Were y'all connected to him any kind of way, or?
No, it was like South Street. When you got to Sycamore, I saw Sycamore.
Right.
When you got to Sycamore, okay, you go South Street. Sycamore is the dead end of
Right, South Street,
going
right.
This way. All that was white.
Yeah.
So we could see them,
Right.
but we couldn't communicate with them. You know, we couldn't be all over there. Couldn't be all up in their yard or nothing like that. It was like a barbed wire fence between my dad's house and the white boy.
Right, yeah.
Actually, you could say he was right next door.
Right.
But the house was just turned a different way.
Yeah.
Right. But and it's still sitting like that. But those houses now is black and white mixed
Right.
in there now.
Right.
Yeah. But we were close to them, but there was no. Oh, I thought that was about coming back. We were close to them. We were right at the white folks.
Oh
We
yeah.
were right there.
Yeah. Right.
But you know, we could walk down this street, but you know, you couldn't interact or anything. No.
Yeah, they had and you
And
know.
these right here supposed to be black folks.
What?
So like-
I ain't got my glass.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say, 'cause,
So for this sheet, like you can see here. it
oh, I
has the
see. I
race.
didn't see you had the race. Okay. So I'm gonna call these names. See,
Yeah. Okay. You call them.
Georgia Gilmore. I know that sound familiar.
Yeah. The Gilmores live.
Yeah,
live
James Gilmore and Georgia Gilmore.
Right.
Mary Brown. They said that was a daughter.
And also, if you think if any of these people are still, around.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's why I'm calling.
No.
Yeah, A.T. Gilmore.
No. He's dead.
Charlie Lee Franklin. Oh.
Yeah. Now Franklin, he was one of the policemen for you. The book they call him Booker Franklin.
Booker Franklin's name was Charles.
I think his name was
I
Charlie.
didn't know his name was Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I thought about Booker Franklin.
But
too.
yeah, Booker Franklin. His name. I think his name was Charlie.
Oh, okay.
Cause they lived in those little houses down there, and
I didn't even know he was from Collierville.
and David T. Murrell, Sarah Bidman.
Yeah,
Is she on there?
This is Moore Street.
Oh, Moore Street.
This
Okay.
is Moore Street. I don't
Okay.
even know what Moore Street is. Where is Moore Street? They got a Jenny Hill. That's the last one. Addie Gilmore and Jenny
Yeah,
Hill.
no,
Them the only blacks on this paper.
yeah, I know the Gilmores live.
Here's Washington Street.
Yeah.
I believe this is one of them. A lot of.
Yeah, cause I
Okay,
can't got
this
my
Woodbury.
I can't see. I got my
I can't believe no black folks was
On where?
Spring Street in Mulberry. I'm looking at this.
Mulberry.
Yeah. Rosalie Mary Pearl.
Mulberry. Oh yeah.
Anna Mae Hayes, Marie Coleman, Willie Hunter. Then you got Ella B. Owens.
Yeah. That was OB's. Remember OB used to be on the police force with your dad.
Oh yeah. Jail.
Yeah.
O.B. Owens. Okay. That was his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the head of the house. He was the second police officer
Yeah.
in African American
Who was?
that they don't have in the history at all.
Yeah.
Cora Thomas, Pete Gray,
Right.
Henry Joyner, Ella Joyner, Elton Joyner, Arthur Lee Joyner, and
Right.
another Gilmore. That's
Right.
Mary Gilmore. There's a lot of Gilmore.
Right.
Columbus
Yeah.
Gilmore.
They had a big family.
Gilmores?
Evidently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now these Fergusons, I know them.
Yeah,
They
right.
was on the Mulberry, Spring Street / Mulberry. Yeah, I would love to have this information. Rosalie Morrell, Loretta Williams, Rosa Ferguson.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Fletcher Ferguson.
Right.
I don't know that.
Fletcher Rose's husband.
Okay. So you got a Fletcher Jr.
Yeah, Fletcher Jr.
Okay, and James Ferguson. That's
Let me out, yeah.
I know him. That's the son.
Yeah, then got another brother named Mickey. They call him Mickey.
Well, Mickey is James. His
No,
name Willie.
Yeah,
Willie.
yeah, right.
Yeah, because I just learned that. But they don't, maybe he wasn't born when y'all got this. What's this, 1940 census? Okay. He may not have been born yet. James Kirkwood.
I remember the Kirkwood.
George Irvin.
Yeah, Mr. George Irvin.
Yeah, wasn't he a bus driver?
Yeah.
School bus driver?
Yeah, he was a school bus driver.
Okay. Willie Williams, Dixie Ella Williams, Lula Mae Williams, Louise Williams, and Lucille Rucker. Then That's Miss Rucker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Now she's on the NAACP with us.
Right.
She's on the. She's one of the people I want you to interview.
You're right. Yeah.
What's her name?
Well, it got Lucille. I don't know. All I call is Miss Rucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now she would. She would. Wow. I wish she was here right now. That lady right there. Ross Talbert. This Walnut Street, College Street.
College Street.
You said your mother cooked for Lucius Birch.
My wife's mother.
Your wife's mother.
Yeah, she
What
cooked.
was her name?
Laura Bolden.
Laura Boulder.
Bolden. Bolden.
Okay.
Well, matter of fact, my wife was raised up with Lucius Birch's daughters.
Edith Kaywood, maybe?
Huh?
Edith Kaywood, does the name ring a bell? Edith Kaywood Birch, maybe?
Birdie Moore. Willie Moore, Flossie Moore, Alberta
Now,
Moore.
my wife's mother cooked for Lucius Birch for, I guess, about 10, 15 years. And my wife was raised up with Lucius Birch's daughters, you know, when they were young, you know, teenage. Lucius Birch always had a live-in maid, you know, nurse, really, to see after the kids and everything.
So did your wife's mother, did she have a husband that was always around?
Well, the husband left them when they were little kids.
Okay.
And she, you know, she would put her husband left and moved to St. Louis.
Because I interviewed one of Lucius Birch's daughters.
Right. Elsie, was it Elsie?
No, her name was Edith Kaywood.
Edith.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Edith.
Edith, yeah.
Yeah, Edith. Yeah, she was Edith Birch. That's what we remember. But she married.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Edith
Okay.
Birch. I talked to her, and I think she may have mentioned your wife's.
Mother-in-law. And who's the lady? Frank Spike's mama cooked for stayed for Lucius Birch there for years.
I don't know, but I know Frank Spike.
But what happened was, Lucius Birch, he had an airplane, and he would fly all around there. And what happened? The last lady that was working, I'm trying to think of Frank's mama, and Frank's sister had some boys, and those boys was grew up there on the place. And they would ride with Lucius in his plane, you know, all around the different places, take them around. And what happened was,
It was what happened was we got the documents, like the original documents, and so we had to go through and write down all the names, like try to figure out all the names and.
Like we had the original document, we typed like all of that up so you could see it.
So it was a lot of work went into.
I know.
This is so exciting to me.
But what happened, Lucius Birch, I was trying to, this boy named James Marsh, he would take these boys up in the plane, they were little boys, he grew up on this place. And what happened, one named James Arthur, that boy was about 16. He got in the plane, Lucius was at his office downtown, he got in the plane one day flying all around, all over Collierville. Man, they had helicopters and things trying to get him down, and they finally called Lucius, and Lucius got on the radio and talked him down, and the police ran up there going to take him to jail and everything.
Was this a black guy?
Yeah. There's black boys flying the plane, flying Lucius Birch's plane, and they raised up on the place. Lucius take them up with him all the time, or ever since they were about 5, 6 years old. And he got up to about 14, 15. So he decided to take off on the plane by himself. And so they had helicopters. They finally called Lucius, and Lucius talked him down when the plane came home. And police had cuffs going to take him to jail. Lucius told him, turn him loose. So I deal with that. It's my plane. Nothing happened. So y'all need to get on about your job, go and do what y'all need to be doing. This our business. Right. And he carried him in, chastised him a little bit, made him wake over on Saturday. but Lucius, he was straight up. Now I tell you what, if you had a problem, what he did, Blackie Hughes, what's Blackie's name?
Blackie.
Yeah, you heard of Blackie? Yeah. Freddie Hughes.
Freddie is his real name?
Freddie. What happened down there below our place on Bay Station Road? Well, he got acre land in there. Well, you couldn't build no houses down there. Collierville came up with stipulation you have to have at least 4 acres. Black had this acre in this hole down there, and he put an old trailer down in there. He wasn't supposed to put no trailer down there. So what happened, the town of Collierville was going to make him take that trailer out from down there. And he was waiting for Lucius Bush. So, matter of fact, he wasn't supposed to put the trailer out in the first place. So Lucius had to bring the trailer in at night, put the trailer down in there. So when code enforcement found out about it about a week later, and they said you're going to have to move it, take the trailer off from down there. So Lucius told them, well, we'll take it out. Well, he put the property up for sale. Well, really put the trailer and the property up for sale, and they had, a gigantic price on like $200,000, putting it worth about $20,000. Put the sign out there for sale, and leave it out there for about, nobody tried to buy it. Then about every year, they had to put a sign out there for sale. So the trailer's still back down that hole now. And it looked like a jungle back off in there, but it's still in there.
It's still there now?
Yeah. If you go down Bailey Station Road, you go down Bailey Station Road, head south, go down past Winchester, where Winchester come.
Okay.
Yeah, look over to the right. It's a trailer sitting back down that hole. You can hardly see it. It grows up so much. And it's a big house just south of there. Well, we own all that property from there all the way back down in front of FedEx. But that trailer's still in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what did Blackie do for Lucius?
Oh, well, he just worked around the place there, just piddle around the house there. That's all.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's in a nursing home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, his son live in there. He got one of his sons lived down in that hole.
Okay. So what's his real name again?
His name, come on, Blackie.
Yeah.
Hey, what Blackie's name?
Free.
Free.
Everybody in the house named Free.
Yeah,
Every child was Freddie or Freddie, Freddie or Freddie. Something. But his one of his sons married my stepfather's sister, and he went to the military. And he stayed in the military 30 years.
Come on, James.
Oh yeah. But his name was Freddie.
All right.
His name was Fred. He got it changed to James because everybody's name was Fred. He went to the military.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Hughes.
Yeah. Yeah, his
They
name.
still got that land down there, that house down there.
Yeah, it's off in that hole.
Yeah, back in the back. Yeah, he got one son living up in there.
Yeah. Yeah, James go to our church.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But this, they got, do you know these Bouldens right here? I know them your folks, them your family folks, in-laws were probably.
He's there bowling.
I just saw a whole list of them.
Right here.
Okay. Ezel, 40.
40B.
Yeah, 40B. Ezel Bolden Jr. And Elizabeth Bolden.
Right.
And Elizabeth Bolden was the, who lived to get 116?
Oh, that was my wife, grandmama.
I know, she wasn't a Bolden.
Yeah.
Okay, what was her name?
Her name was Elizabeth.
That's what they got on here, Elizabeth.
Right, now, that Elizabeth you looking at that road, that's Ezel's daughter.
Yeah, because this person was 4 years old in 1940.
Yeah, that was Ezel's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Living,
Yeah, it had to be because she's been way more than 4 in 1940.
Yeah. So, but her name was Elizabeth Bowles. She lived to get 116 years. That's my wife's grandmother.
Neely Street.
Yeah, on Neely Street. If you go down, you know where those buildings when you go
Down South Street.
What?
I mean, not South or Center Street.
No, it's not. No.
Center Street.
You know where the feed store? Right there on Center Street, right behind the feed store. You go straight down when you Main Street.
Okay.
Neely Street run off of Main Street. You take take a left.
Okay, I never even
You were right.
Before you get to South Street.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's Neely Street.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Neely. Yeah, that's Neely before you get to South Street. Main Street, Neely runs off of Main Street headed east.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, they got Jesse Dawson on Bahia Road.
Yeah.
Mary Dawson, Lou Mae Dawson, Robert Lee Dawson, Betty
Right.
Jean Dawson.
Right.
I know a lot of Dawson.
Yeah, that's.
Is there any more information that you thought about that you think?
As far as Collierville,
During
That World War II.
World War II.
40s.
Well, you know, only thing that I think I gave that, you know, about the situation, the school situation, you know, and you know, about the buses. There wasn't no buses for blacks to ride, and the books that that you got in the black schools was already deteriorated to a point where, you know, half of the printed pages, quite a few of them were missing, and of course, now segregated schools.
What's the man that told us about that? That was fascinating for him to be white and from Collierville.
No, what happened was, Joe Clayton. Well, see, Joe Clayton, what he used to do, he would pick, his job was to pick up the books from Collierville High School and deliver to the black schools. Joe Clayton did. Joe's a friend of mine.
Yeah, and he didn't want to.
No, he said, you know, he talked about it. He said, I tell you what, he used to prick me to my heart what I had to do, but I had a job.
Yeah.
He said I would get torn out books and things, and I have to take them to the black schools. And he said, we talked, he used to tell them sometimes, them books that they have stacked up, they'd be tore up so bad, some of them I just threw away, I would just be completely embarrassed. They even bring them to the school. Now, Joe and I about the same age, and you know, he's a man, I tell you what, so that used to prick him to his heart to have to do something like that. And he said, I'm amazed how black people accomplished much as they did, the situation that they went through. So
they let you know there was some good
oh yeah,
people,
oh yeah.
but they had to do what you know what the other people wanted them to do, or then they would have been like the man in Like Gas and Wild.
Yeah, right.
Once he did that, they didn't help him no more. You couldn't move up, you couldn't be whatever. So they to keep their stuff right, they had to do stuff they didn't want to do. Some of those people didn't want to do that. And that's where you come up with your abolitionists and people like that. They saw this is ridiculous.
Yeah. And you know, getting back to the Human Relations Committee, some of the people that was on this Collierville Merchant Association owned stores. And one guy, I mean, he would meet with me, he said, they had so many white, they buy the grocery in Collierville because they live way down in Mississippi and all that kind of stuff. And what they couldn't even sign their name. They had to sign their name on their checks with an X. And so this put Jean Dawn, she was the president of the Collierville Merchant Association. And well, she said, well, Tom, I tell you what, the Negroes can't read, they can't do that. But he gave me a list of white people that couldn't even sign their check that was shopping with him at the grocery store. And I told her, I said, Gene, let me tell you something. I said, 40% of the people that work up there can't even sign their damn name. I mean, I was always outspoken. They said, oh, no, Tom, you're wrong. He want a list of them. Well, what happened, it was a white guy that owned the store. He was giving me this information, you know, about who they was and all of that. And so she said, oh, no. I said, you want a list of the names that people can't sign? Well, she knew that for a fact, but we don't need to go through that. And the funny part about it, what we would do when we come in to meet, I said, well, we're not going to just sit on one side, we're going to sit between them. So what happened, I sat over there next to her. I said, Tom, don't you think you feel more comfortable sitting about your kind? I said, no, I'm comfortable right here. And but what they did, and the next meeting we had 2 weeks later, we had to sit together because all of them said, it was funny. Yeah. You went through it. But you always had some white people that really knew things was wrong and what was going on. And
did you grow up with any white friends?
Oh yeah. Quite a few white friends. Okay. Yeah. Like I said about the Rutledge boys, we grew up together and we played together. And matter of fact, most of the people once they found out the people that's, on the boards and different things like that, they come to be, real friends of mine. And
But so do you feel like it was challenging for them or you at times? Did they, like at any time, like did they make you feel uncomfortable, or they were in certain situations where, they knew they didn't want to make a decision, but they had to because of the situation they were in?
well, yeah, they knew they had to make a decision, because the situation they were in, because they knew what they were doing, first of all, was wrong. It was unjust. And the mere fact was that these merchants knew if we boycotted at the time, they the one that's going to be hurt.
Right.
And so with this situation, once they looked at it, and once they found that they had qualified people that were capable of doing the job, and once we got 4 or 5 in there and they were doing their job, and the thing about it, the first people to get in these jobs, they had to be the sacrificial lamb.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to, like I told my wife, when she went up there, she was a seamstress. She worked for the Master Sporting Good. She was damn good on machines and things. And what they do when they have break, they remember about 3 blacks up there and about 40 white. They would go to the bathroom and they stand in line, wouldn't let you in, you couldn't do this, do that, all that kind of stuff. So she brought the report back, and we had a meeting with Boca, the manager, up there, and we told him what was going on. They had told him what was going on. So what he did, he gave them privilege, and we told them, said, you don't abuse the situation. He gave them privilege, to use the bathroom whenever they wanted to, go to the water fountain whenever they want to, He said, well, because that's what they would do. You take 30 people, and all of them are standing there, and you got to go to the bathroom. But he really broke that up. So
if you want to make copies of those, I'm sure you can.
Okay.
And get back to y'all school down there at St. George. But it's amazing.
Well, let me ask you this. Was St. George is all one?
Yeah, St. George, yeah, right. It's been, but the thing about it, I don't know if y'all know Miss King. Miss King, she was way before y'all time. Yeah. But anyway, I was down there. I was kind of the general cleaning up things and washing them and putting. They had us men, just little kindergarten, little kids and things. And I cleaned up the sanctuary and she would come in. I'd be run the vacuum, clear the dust and everything. She had some white gloves on. She rubbed the gloves. Tom, you did a good job, but look at my gloves. I got dust on. So then I still worked there, but I said, well, Law sent me back to Light Gas Water. I'm gonna tell her other things too. So what happened was I had been working back at Light Gas Water, I guess about 2 or 3 months. I still working there in the evening. So she came in there, Tom, I got some more dust on my gloves. I said, Miss King, I said, I've dusted, ran the vacuum and dusted. I said, I'm mighty afraid the next time that you rub your hands on the back, you're going to get some dust on some white gloves. Oh, my, yeah. She went on. I knew I was going to get fired. So what happened? Dr. McKay, he called me that in the office that Monday evening. He said, Tom, how you doing? Oh, he's real nice. He said, tell me you and Miss King had some worries. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, she said you insulted her. What you? And I told her, what I said, ever since I've been here, she been rubbing the white gloves on the balance and get a little dust on it and tell me about it. I said, I only told her the next time she rub her gloves over the balance, she gonna get some dust on them. Boy, he dropped his head. He laughed. He said, well, I tell you what, said, everybody's scared of it, and wouldn't nobody stand up to her. So I'm so glad you told her that, and he gave me a $10 a week raise.
What he wasn't gonna tell her.
Yeah, boy.
We also have some papers here to see if you could. You have a pen?
Yeah.
Just to sign your name. So let's see, entry. So print your name here and then sign it.
Sign it down there.
So
Print the pen.
yeah.
So what information you want from this? Just some more, try to get some war information.
Yeah. So kind of like some about African Americans in who actually were in the war. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. See, that's the hard part. That's what I was trying to find. I heard when I found the story about the
You
third
sign it
person,
right here.
the man that was killed on
Right there.
that day in Pearl Harbor. From here, and here he died. You know, but I think those people, they've either died out or nobody's come forward saying they were related to them. But he did find out about the funeral home and, you know, and all that. And that was real information to me because I thought all that was cotton fields or something.
So
But
how did like the community,
Your
like who
current
brought in
address.
income by doing what? Did they farm a lot or?
well, when I pulled up the census on my great grandfather, his dad, he lived on I think Bailey Station or some Bailey Road, Bayou Road. I think it was Bailey Station, but he was a farmer, and they actually had in there where he made it was either $700 or $900 a year, which was big money. I'm going like $900.
Yeah, $1 a week. So
Understand that $900, I would be so homeless on the street.
There's the second or third.
Yeah.
Test third.
And you're talking about $1 a week where we would fight and run this. You can't even live off $1 an
telephone.
hour.
Right.
You know, it's about
Right.
$1 a whole week. But they were farmers, and most of the people, like on South Street and all those people, they weren't farmers. They worked in private homes.
Okay.
They worked for white people. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Or in a cafe or something.
Yeah,
You know, a little restaurant. You know, they had a little hotel up here on 72. I know a couple of people because my Aunt Jenny used to work up there.
Yeah.